A confirmed update came in within the last 48 hours that directly affects Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivor, and dual benefit payments as we move into early February. According to newly verified processing activity tied to the current federal payment cycle, a special early deposit window has been authorized for a specific group of beneficiaries. This is not speculation and not a rumor. These deposits are tied to already approved benefits and are actively moving through the settlement process right now. That means real money, not promises, is preparing to hit accounts for certain seniors and disabled Americans sooner than many expected this month. Before we go any further, take 1 second to tap the like button below. It helps this update reach other seniors and families who may be waiting on the same information and do not yet know what is happening. This update is for beneficiaries who receive more than one federal benefit, or whose payments normally fall into overlapping schedules at the beginning of the month. Now let me share a very personal and important story connected directly to this update. A few days ago, I received a message from a 71-year-old woman named Carol from Macon, Georgia. Carol has been receiving Social Security retirement benefits for several years, but she also qualifies for supplemental security income due to limited income and rising medical costs. Every month, her budget is planned around 2 deposits that usually arrive close together. She told me that January was one of the hardest months she has had in years. Heating costs were higher than usual. Her prescription copays increased at the start of the year. And grocery prices continued to creep upward, even when she bought the same basic items she has relied on for years. Carol explained that she expected her February payments to arrive on their usual schedule. But after what happened in January, she was anxious. She said she started checking her bank account earlier than normal, just to be sure nothing had gone wrong again. She told me, "When you live on fixed income, timing is everything. A few days early can mean breathing room. A few days late can mean panic." What really stayed with me was what she said next. Carol said the hardest part is not knowing whether the system remembers people like her. She worked most of her life. She paid into the system. She did everything she was told to do. And now, in her 70s, she still feels like she has to watch every dollar and every date just to stay stable. She told me, "I don't need anything extra. I just need consistency and clarity." Carol's story is not isolated. I have heard similar messages from dual beneficiaries in Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, California, and New York. Seniors and disabled Americans who receive more than one benefit often face the most confusion because their payments do not always follow the same schedule as single benefit recipients. When something changes, even slightly, it can create stress that lasts for days or weeks. If you are watching this and you receive both Social Security and SSI, or Social Security and Disability, or any combination of dual benefits, tell me in the comments what state or city you are watching from. And if you are from Georgia like Carol, or a nearby state, let me know that as well. That helps me track where these payment changes are affecting people the most and tailor updates for your area. Here is why this special early deposit matters. As we move into February, payment coordination becomes more complex for dual beneficiaries. Some benefits are issued on fixed calendar dates. Others are adjusted when weekends, holidays, or processing backlogs occur. In this case, a special early deposit window has been created to prevent overlapping delays and ensure that coordinated payments reach accounts without interruption. This early deposit does not apply to everyone. It applies to a specific group. That group includes beneficiaries who receive both Social Security and supplemental security income, as well as certain disability recipients whose benefits are coordinated across multiple federal programs. These beneficiaries often experience combined payment handling, which means adjustments must be made when timing conflicts arise. According to the current processing activity, These special deposits are being released earlier than the standard schedule to avoid bottlenecks later in the month. That is why some people may see money arrive sooner than expected, even if they were preparing for a later date. Now let me be very clear about something important. An early deposit does not mean a bonus, an increase, or extra money. It means the timing of your already approved benefits has been adjusted. The amount you receive remains the same. What changes is when it arrives. For people living on tight budgets, timing alone can make a significant difference. Here is where many people get confused. When beneficiaries hear about early deposits, they often assume something new has been added or changed permanently. That is not what is happening here. This is a timing adjustment tied to February processing, coordination rules, and the effort to reduce payment disruptions for dual beneficiaries. This special handling is being used to ensure that beneficiaries who rely on multiple programs do not experience gaps between deposits. In recent months, those gaps have caused real hardship for many households. The goal of this adjustment is stability, not expansion. Now let us talk about who is most likely included. If you receive supplemental security income and Social Security together, you are strongly represented in this group. If you receive disability benefits that overlap with retirement or survivor benefits, you may also be included. Additionally, beneficiaries whose payments normally fall near the beginning of the month and were affected by January timing issues are being prioritized. This includes individuals whose deposits are typically issued in the first few days of the month, but were previously delayed due to processing congestion. Rather than pushing those payments deeper into February, they are being released early under this special handling window. That is why some people may wake up and see a deposit before they expected it, while others will not see any change at all. Both outcomes can be correct depending on your benefit combination. Now, let us address something that causes a lot of anxiety. If you do not see an early deposit, that does not mean something is wrong. It does not mean you were skipped, and it does not mean your benefits were reduced. It simply means your payments are following the standard schedule for your benefit type. For dual beneficiaries who are included, these deposits are already in motion. Once payment instructions are finalized and transmitted, the funds move through the settlement system and are delivered to financial institutions for posting. From there, banks post deposits according to their own internal schedules. Some banks post overnight, others post early in the morning. Some show pending deposits first, others post directly once cleared. That variation is normal and does not affect the validity of the payment. Here is why this matters beyond February. This special early deposit is part of a broader effort to smooth payment timing for beneficiaries who receive multiple benefits. Dual beneficiaries are statistically more vulnerable to timing disruptions because their income depends on coordination across programs. When one payment is delayed, it can throw off an entire month's budget. By releasing coordinated payments earlier, the system reduces the risk of missed rent, unpaid utilities, and delayed medical care. It also reduces the number of inquiries and appeals that occur when beneficiaries believe something has gone wrong. For many seniors and disabled Americans, predictability is more important than speed. Knowing when money will arrive allows people to plan. Uncertainty creates stress that compounds existing health and financial challenges. If you have access to an online benefit account, checking your payment history can help confirm whether your deposit is pending or posted. That record reflects real processing status and is more reliable than waiting for a bank notification alone. Now let us talk honestly for a moment. Even with early deposits, many seniors are still struggling. Costs continue to rise. Housing remains expensive. Utility bills fluctuate unpredictably. Medical expenses increase as people age. For dual beneficiaries, these pressures are often magnified. That is why updates like this matter, not because they promise something new, but because they provide clarity. Clarity reduces fear, and fear is one of the hardest burdens seniors carry when finances are tight. There are also steps you can take to protect yourself going forward. Make sure your direct deposit information is current. Even a small error can cause delays. Keep your contact information updated so verification issues can be resolved quickly. Review your benefit notices carefully so you understand how your payments are coordinated. If you qualify for additional assistance programs, staying enrolled and responding to renewal requests on time can prevent interruptions. Many delays occur not because someone loses eligibility, but because paperwork was missed or misunderstood. Before we move toward the end, take a moment to subscribe if you have not already. This channel exists to bring you timely updates explained clearly, without fear-driven headlines or confusion. In summary, a special early deposit has been confirmed for certain dual beneficiaries as February begins. This adjustment is designed to prevent timing conflicts and reduce disruption for those who rely on multiple benefits. It does not increase benefit amounts, but it does move approved payments forward for eligible recipients. If you receive both Social Security and supplemental security income, or another combination of federal benefits, and you see a deposit earlier than expected, this is likely the reason. If you do not see an early deposit, your payments are still on schedule. Funds tied to this special handling are already moving through the system. That means the decision has been made and the process is underway. If you are part of this group, monitor your account over the next few days. And if you are unsure whether this applies to you, reviewing your payment history can provide clarity. As we move deeper into February, additional updates will follow as new processing windows open and schedules adjust. Staying informed through verified information remains the most effective way to protect your benefits, manage expectations, and plan your finances with confidence.